We're diving into the fascinating story behind a humble little penny that could be worth, yes, you heard that right, $1 million. Imagine reaching into your pocket, finding a coin you didn't give a second thought to, and discovering it could fund a dream life: vacations, homes, financial freedom. Sounds incredible, doesn't it? But before you start emptying your coin jars, let me tell you the whole story behind this rare 2008 Lincoln penny with the D mint mark. Why is it so valuable? How can you tell if you're holding onto a small fortune? And most importantly, could this penny be the missing piece in your journey to wealth? Stay with me, because this isn't just about a coin, it's about knowing the hidden value around you that most people overlook. You could be sitting on a treasure without even realizing it. In 2008, the Lincoln penny was circulating in America, just like any other year. It's made of copper-coated zinc and seems ordinary at first glance. But some coins, minted that year with the D mark, have sparked excitement among collectors for their rarity. The D, which stands for the Denver Mint, holds a special place in the world of collectors. Denver minted pennies from this year have seen certain distinctive traits that increase their value dramatically. Now, you might be asking yourself, why does a penny have such a high value? It's a small coin, isn't it barely worth its metal? Here's the twist: it's not about the material, it's about the rarity and the story behind it. Only a limited number were minted with this specific die, and even fewer in pristine condition. Scarcity, that's where the money lies. Picture this: a coin that circulated through countless hands, seen and forgotten by thousands, might just have something special about it. So, how do you know if your penny is part of this exclusive club? Now, hold on. Before you rush to your piggy bank, let's talk about how to spot this rare penny. Because just any penny from 2008 with a D on it won't make you a millionaire. It's the subtle details that matter. So here's what you need to know. Collectors have an eye for detail, and they'll pay generously for a coin that meets certain criteria. In the case of the 2008 D Lincoln penny, experts look for any errors in the minting process. Think of slight off-centers, misprints, and especially double dies. These small imperfections are not flaws. They're like hidden treasures. Imagine this: your penny could have a unique pattern that only the trained eye can spot. It's like a diamond in the rough moment, right? And this is what makes the coin one of the most sought-after collectibles. Only a handful of these perfect errors exist, and demand is high. Now, picture the scene. You list your coin and watch as bids pour in, because collectors, investors, and enthusiasts recognize the scarcity. In a world where people are obsessed with rare finds, from limited edition sneakers to vintage cars, this little penny becomes a gem. There's no end to the excitement and adrenaline. But wait, here's a question: how would you know that your penny is worth this much? It could be the slightest mark or a unique design feature that you might completely overlook. What if you have it and didn't even know it? Stay with me here, because this next part might be the key to your wealth. Now, let's get into the specifics. First, examine your penny under a magnifying glass or high-definition camera. Look for any signs of doubling on the date or lettering. If there's a double die, meaning the design was imprinted twice, creating a shadow effect, you might have a winner on your hands. The more distinct the doubling, the higher the value. Another thing to watch for is any inconsistency in the mint mark itself. Sometimes the D appears slightly raised or misaligned. And then there's the color of the penny. A well-preserved, uncirculated 2008 D penny with a rich copper tone could fetch a higher price because it's in near-perfect condition. Quick tip, though, don't clean it. Yes, it's tempting, but collectors love the natural look. Think of it as vintage furniture. Once you polish it, some of the charm is gone. Imagine losing thousands of dollars because you got a little overexcited with the polish. Now that you know what to look for, you might be wondering, where can you go to find out the true value? This is crucial. Only experts and certified coin appraisers can tell you exactly what you're holding. But here's the thing: demand is on the rise, and so are prices. Collectors are actively searching for these coins, so the time to act is now. But here's the million-dollar question: are you sitting on one of these rare pennies right now? How would you feel if, today, you discovered a fortune was in your pocket all along? So here's your next step: check your 2008 D Lincoln pennies. inspect every detail, and take it to a certified coin appraiser. If you've got one in pristine condition with those rare error marks, you could be one of the lucky few with a potential $1,000,000 coin. Isn't it amazing to think that something so small could make such a big difference? That penny might just hold the power to change your future. So don't wait. Check it now, because coins like these are disappearing from circulation as collectors snap them up. Remember, it's not just a penny. It could be your ticket to a wealthy lifestyle. So go ahead, take a closer look at what's right in front of you. Who knows? The life you've dreamed of might be in your hands right now. Did you know you might be holding onto a fortune without even realizing it? Imagine this: a single penny, one you might even have in your pocket right now, could be worth a staggering $1.4 million. Yes, that's right, one penny, one that looks like any other, is valued today at over $1 million. So, what if I told you there's a special coin from 1975, a Lincoln cent with no mint mark, that could completely change your life? This is more than just a coin, it's a pathway to financial freedom, to the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. But there's a twist: finding this coin is like discovering a needle in a haystack. Only a select few exist, and they're worth a small fortune. Stick with me as we dive into what makes this coin so rare, how you could potentially own one, and why collectors are willing to pay astronomical prices for it. And no, this isn't one of those mythical treasures buried in the backyard. There are real people right now cashing in on these rare coins. So, grab your old coin jar. You might be sitting on a gold mine. Now, what's so special about this 1975 penny without a mint mark? You see, mint marks are tiny letters on coins that indicate where they were produced, whether in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. However, in rare cases, certain coins slip through without any mint mark. These coins, like the 1975 no mint mark Lincoln cent, are highly sought after. But here's where things get even more interesting. It's not just the lack of a mint mark that makes these coins valuable. The condition of the coin plays a critical role. We're talking about a very specific level of preservation known as mint state. A penny that looks like it's fresh off the production line, untouched, unscratched, and still gleaming. Imagine holding a 40-year-old coin in such perfect condition, almost like it's frozen in time. Now, if you're thinking, how am I supposed to know if a penny is in mint condition? It's been in a jar with old receipts and paper clips for 20 years. Don't worry, we'll get there. But here's why you should care. The value of rare coins has been skyrocketing over recent years, with collectors and investors scrambling to find coins like the 1975 no mint mark penny. And as with any high-value item, there's urgency. Only a few of these coins remain in pristine condition. So every day, the price of these pennies continues to rise, inching closer to that $1.4 million mark. Picture this: a top collector finds your 1975 no mint mark penny. They inspect it, nod, and offer you a life-changing amount of money on the spot. This coin alone could pay off your mortgage, send your kids to college, or even let you retire early. All from one penny. Now, here's the kicker. You don't need to be a professional to spot these coins. With a little knowledge, anyone can learn how to identify rare and valuable coins right from their own pocket change. Here's what to look for. Start with the date, 1975. Next, check for that elusive missing mint mark. And finally, the condition. If it's shiny, scratch-free, and almost looks new, well, you might be in luck. But there's a catch. Finding these coins isn't easy, and not every old penny will make you a millionaire. So how do you ensure you're not passing up a potential fortune? This journey requires patience and, yes, a bit of luck. Yet, with these tips, you have a shot at uncovering something extraordinary, potentially life-altering. And remember, for every rare coin discovered, countless others are lost forever in circulation, slipping away with each passing day. So, here's your mission. Don't let another day go by without checking your change jar. You could be sitting on $1.4 million and not even know it. Go find that 1975 no mint mark Lincoln penny, and maybe, just maybe, your life will change in ways you never expected. Imagine calling up your boss and saying, "I won't be coming in tomorrow or ever." That's the dream, right? So go on, take action. Check your coins, dig through those old collections, and start your own treasure hunt today. Because who knows? The next time you pick up a penny, it might be the ticket to the lifestyle you've always wanted. Imagine reaching into an old coin jar and discovering that one of your pennies is worth over $1 million. Yes, one single penny, potentially overlooked for decades, could hold the key to a life-changing fortune. Today, we're diving deep into the world of rare coins, specifically the 1980 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark, a coin that could be hiding in your collection right now, worth up to $1.3 million. So stick around, because what I'm about to share might just change your life. Let's start by understanding why this little penny is so unique. The 1980 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia, as Philadelphia coins typically don't carry a mark. But here's the kicker: 1980 was a time of huge shifts in the coin-making industry. Inflation was skyrocketing, the demand for smaller denominations was declining, and mints were dealing with all kinds of production quirks and errors. These quirks turned some of these pennies into treasures. Now, you might be wondering, what makes my penny special? Good question. Not every 1980 no-mint mark penny is worth millions, but certain rare traits and conditions turn an ordinary penny into a high-value collectible. Is your curiosity piqued yet? So, here's a funny thought. Imagine if the coffee you bought this morning cost you a $1.3 million penny. Now that would be the world's most expensive latte. Okay, let's get into what drives this crazy value. For a 1980 penny to even come close to this $1 million mark, it needs to meet very specific conditions. First, the penny must be in what collectors call mint state, which means it has no scratches, dents, or significant wear and tear. Think of it as the unicorn condition of pennies. Out of billions of coins produced, only a few survive the decades without showing signs of wear, especially for something as frequently used as a penny. Now, this is where things get really interesting. Some collectors are so passionate, and let's be honest, maybe even a bit obsessed, about finding that perfect coin that they'll pay massive amounts to complete their collections. And with so few mint condition, no mint mark 1980 pennies left in the world, competition drives the price through the roof. Here's a question: would you ever think that someone would pay $1 million for a single penny? Here's a little suspense. What if I told you there's a hidden feature on some 1980 pennies that collectors are desperate to find? But hang tight. I'll reveal what that is in just a moment. So now you know why these pennies are valuable. But are you wondering just how high this demand can go, and what you can do if you find one? Stick around, because in just a few seconds, I'll reveal the exact steps you need to take to see if your penny is the one that could make you a millionaire. Alright, so the final, most important question: how can you determine if your penny is worth $1 million? First, take a good look at the penny. Does it have the pristine, uncirculated shine of a mint condition coin? If not, don't despair. There are still collectors interested, especially if it's been kept in good shape. If it does look uncirculated, consider reaching out to a certified coin grader. And I know, coin grading might sound intimidating, but it's a crucial step. An expert grading company can officially assess the coin's condition and authenticate its value, which can sometimes take it from worth a few hundred to worth hundreds of thousands, or more. Imagine the excitement of holding a penny that has the potential to bring in a fortune. Now that's life-changing. Right now, the market for rare coins is hotter than ever. This surge in demand has led some collectors to pay amounts we've never seen before. But remember, this is a window of opportunity. The value of these coins can fluctuate, and waiting too long might mean missing out on the chance of a lifetime. Here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that a penny costs more than 1 cent to make? Yep, it's true. But wouldn't it be nice if every penny in your pocket was worth more than $1? So, what will you do? Will you keep digging in that coin jar? Will you take your chances and have that penny checked? It might be easier than you think to go from having spare change in your pocket to an incredible windfall. Imagine the possibilities: paying off debt, traveling the world, building generational wealth for your family. The 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny might just be your golden ticket. So, next time you see a penny, think twice before you toss it aside. You could be holding a small, shiny piece of history that's worth more than its weight in gold. Imagine holding a penny in your hand that could be worth over $1 million. Yes, just a single, unassuming penny, quietly aging in your drawer, might hold enough value to change your entire financial future. But here's the catch. Only a select few coins hold this kind of worth, and the market is constantly shifting. So, how can you know if your penny is the one? Begin with a sense of wonder and excitement as you narrate the story of the 1973 D Mint Mark penny. Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing coins in American history, the elusive 1973 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Now, if you're thinking, wait, Lincoln wasn't even born in 1973, you're not wrong. This penny is a rarity, an oddity, and a gem to collectors all at once. It has a strange backstory that's both unexpected and downright puzzling. And yet, in the world of coin collectors, this coin is like a hidden treasure chest, one that holds the possibility of $1 million windfall. Quick side note, if you've ever thrown your loose change into a coffee can, you may want to start looking through it. Who knows, you might be sitting on more than just a caffeine fund. Now we get into the specific factors behind the coin's high market value, building excitement, and a bit of fear of missing out. Okay, so what makes this little copper coin so valuable? Here's where things get interesting. First, there's the rarity factor. The 1973 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny wasn't just made in small quantities. It wasn't supposed to exist. Coins like these are often considered nails in the coin world, a rare error, a minting mishap that creates an entirely unique coin. And when collectors find something that shouldn't exist, that's when they pull out their checkbooks. But it's not just rarity that gives this coin its $1 million price tag. There's something else, something even more critical to collectors: authenticity. To really sell a coin like this, it must be authenticated by experts. And in this case, authentication means digging into not just the materials, but the exact historical journey of the coin. If you've got a coin that looks like the 1973 D penny but doesn't have that specific patina, or the metal composition is slightly off, forget it. You'll be out of the running. Imagine thinking you have $1 million coin only to find it's worthless because of a minor flaw. It's a nerve-wracking process. But for those who pass the test, well, the rewards speak for themselves. Imagine walking into the authentication center, heart pounding, and the guy behind the counter goes, "Well, looks like you've got a nice quarter." Ouch, right? But hey, that's the thrill of the hunt. Now, let's talk about the financial aspect, the real reason you're here. As of now, this 1973 D Lincoln penny has a market value of approximately $1.4 million. Yes, $1.4 million, with the right buyer. And as we speak, the market is hotter than ever, with collectors hungry to secure these rare finds. But here's the catch: as more people become aware of these coins, the competition intensifies. If you're holding onto a rare penny right now, there's something critical you need to know before cashing in. So, you've checked your penny, and you think it might be the one. What's next? Before you do anything, get it professionally appraised. Contact a reputable coin dealer or grading company, someone with a verified history of high-value transactions. Because here's the truth: without the right appraisal, your coin's value will plummet, and you'll miss out on a potentially life-changing sale. Imagine selling that penny and stepping into a future you never thought possible. This is more than just a coin. It's a chance to rewrite your financial story, to open doors you never even dreamed existed. And hey, don't get too carried away. Not every old penny is worth a fortune. Sometimes, it's just a penny. But for those who find the right one, it's pure gold. Well, copper, technically. Now, if you're feeling excited, there's one more thing you should know. Finding a valuable coin is only half the battle. In fact, the next step can be even more lucrative, and it's one that many people overlook. So, if you're serious about cashing in, don't walk away just yet. Hint at a next step, implying a follow-up or additional resources to entice viewers to keep following your channel. Rare pennies like the 1973 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny are out there, hiding in plain sight. So take action. Check your collection, look through your old drawers, and get the experts involved. Because in the world of rare coins, knowledge is as good as gold, and it might just be worth $1,000,000. Imagine holding a single penny in your hand, one you might dismiss as just another old coin. But what if I told you that coin could be worth over $1,000,000? Yes, a single penny, potentially valued at $1.5 million. Now, you might be wondering, how can a penny be worth that much? That's the exact mystery we're unraveling today. We're going to dive deep into why a particular 1965 Lincoln penny with no mint mark has captured the attention of collectors and investors worldwide. And if you're sitting there wondering if you might have one in your drawer, then pay close attention. This could be the opportunity of a lifetime. And hey, who doesn't love a good treasure hunt? Let's just hope you don't have to dig through every penny you've ever saved to find it. So, how does a single penny reach such an astronomical value? What makes it so rare? Let's break it down. The journey. Why this penny is worth millions. First point, rarity and historical significance. This specific penny, minted in 1965, carries a historical weight like few others. With no mint mark, this coin is something of an enigma to collectors. Coins without mint marks are rare because mint marks indicate the location of production, often essential for authenticating and tracking currency. In the case of this penny, its lack of a mint mark adds an air of mystery, leading collectors to view it as a unique artifact. But here's the kicker. Experts believe this penny was part of a limited run, an accident, even, with far fewer coins made than originally planned. Imagine that. An oops moment in a 1700s mint could mean millions in your pocket today. Think of it as history's happy little accident. Have you ever made a mistake that turned out to be worth millions? Yeah, me either, but for whoever held on to this penny, well, that's an entirely different story. Second point, condition is everything. Not all pennies are created equal. The 1965 penny in prime condition stands above the rest. Coins that are well preserved, unscathed by time or use, naturally fetch higher prices. To be worth upwards of $1.5 million, this penny would need to have been kept in nearly flawless condition. Experts will look at factors like luster, any signs of wear, and even subtle discoloration. And here's the thing, these pristine coins are like needles in a haystack. Transition with a cliffhanger. But here's a pressing question, where would you even find such a coin? Are these pennies hidden in plain sight, or are they locked away in private collections? We'll get to that shortly. Meanwhile, maybe start checking under the couch cushions. You never know, right? Point. Where to look and what to do if you think you have it, you might wonder. Do I have a coin worth millions lying around? The truth is, these rare coins often end up in people's homes unknowingly. Maybe it's in an old jar of coins or a family keepsake box. The most important thing you can do if you find something similar is not to spend it at the local grocery store. Instead, check its year, its condition, and whether it has a mint mark. Even without a mint mark, just one small detail can make the difference between a regular penny and a life-changing discovery. But before you rush to any conclusions, there's one last thing you need to know, and it could make all the difference when you're selling. The final step is professional appraisal. Not every coin without a mint mark will be worth millions, but if it's a genuine 1965 penny in excellent condition, it just might be. Reputable coin experts and auction houses can offer appraisals and guide you through the selling process. A single expert confirmation could mean the difference between selling your coin for a few $100s and securing a 7-figure payout. And here's where time is crucial. The value of such rare coins can fluctuate, and those with deep pockets are constantly on the hunt. Imagine walking into an auction room, knowing you're holding something truly rare and valuable. It's a once-in-a-lifetime moment, one that could secure your financial future. Can you imagine what you'd do with that kind of money? Pay off debt, travel the world, maybe even retire early. So, as we wrap up, ask yourself, could you be one of the few holding a piece of history worth millions? Now is the time to act. Check those coin jars, those family heirlooms, and anything that may have been passed down over the years. Don't let this golden, or rather copper, opportunity slip away. If you think you've found something similar, get it checked, and do it soon. Remember, every valuable coin out there started as just another penny. A single penny could be your ticket to a new life, A life of freedom, security, and dreams finally within reach. So take a close look. Your future might just be hiding in plain sight.